Hey, I believe. Yep, we're 1-1. Oh, but we're up and coming. We'll see how we do against Minnesota here. Or not Minnesota. Yeah, I think it is Minnesota this weekend. Cool. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I like what we got. Anyway, back to the bicycle. Isn't this fun? We got the wheels, we got the thing in, we got the chain somewhat loosened up, we got the wheels off, we got the tubes in the tires, and today we're going to put the wheels back on the bike. Boy, is this not going near as well as what I was thinking or hoping that it should. But we'll make it. I hope. Okay, let's see if we can get this put back on the bike. And like I said, the reason I haven't put air in it yet is I need to get it squeezed past this brake assembly. I actually went out and got yet one more of these stools. There we go. That's almost where I want it. Oh yeah, thanks. That's not where I want it at all. Okay, put on the handlebars. Pull straight up. Try this again, only this time let's not put the spokes through the forks, or the forks through the spokes. Okay. Squeeze this together. There we go, we're close. Got that side lined up, got this side lined up. Hey, we got the tire back on the bike. Now the question is, can we make this over-center device work? It's not far enough yet. Still not far enough. I think I'm going to throw a little bit of good stuff on there. I actually bought a couple of new cans of good stuff and then found my old can of silicone. I knew I had a can of silicone out here. I like silicone spray. Usually works out fairly decently. Unless you're in a high speed, unless you've got a high speed bearing kind of a deal. Okay, is that going to be enough? Let's relax that a little bit. Let's assume that we need to bring this down over here by the fork. Let's loosen that. One turn. That's too loose. Tighten it one turn. That may be too tight. So the question then becomes, there we go. Yeah, the question then became, can I loosen the deal without turning it? I'm not over it yet. Still not really liking that. Is that far enough? I think I'm as far that way as I'm going to go. Okay. Now then, can you see what I'm doing here now? Let's turn this way. It might let you see. that valve cap over there on the bench, so I didn't forget where I put it. And this is another reason why you want a little bit of air in that tire. Tank here is someplace here I should have a tire gauge. You see how that valve stem there pretty well stayed straight. $10, $15, a little over 20. I'm not sure I trust that tire gauge at all for this application. That's funny. Problem with tire gauges is if they lose a little bit of their seal, they don't work right anymore. Okay, let's look above here. I should have tire gauges up here. Steel wheel tape. Tire tools, tire gauges. Went too far. Tire gauges. Let's see if we can find a different one. See if any of these will show anything. Oh, this is funny. It's probably pretty disgusting to you. Okay, I need more air in that tire. Okay, here's one of the reasons why I don't have enough air in that tire. I know that I don't, because I turned the regulator down on a deal, and it's not going to give me more than what the regulator says it should. Okay, let's turn it up over 70. This might help us. See how much air is left in that tank. Okay. Let's see if any of these gauges will read now. 20, 30, 40, almost 50 pounds, according to that one. Between 45 and 50. That one says just over 50. I'm not sure we can make this one work even. I think that one time it did work, and it was showing over 40 at that point. This one's not working at all. Okay, let's go back to this one. It's now only showing 30 pounds. What's going on here? This one showed between 40 and 50. This is fairly decent brass. Now it's chrome plated, but I think it's a brass bodied tire gauge. If I let that much air out of there, I'm not gonna pop the tire, folks. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Okay, that time it's showing 55. That one is also showing over 50. And that's the one that's not showing anything. Let's see if this one will work at all. This one, I think, used to be a fairly decent. It's showing over 45 at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I think I got enough air in that tire. Well, that's one of them. Let's see if we can get the other one on. Well, if the front one had went anywhere near as nice as what this back one did, I would be a lot happier camper. I suppose I should actually put the sprockets on the side that has the chain, huh? And that chain up onto one of them. See if I can get this past the brake here now. Oh, I've got enough stuff in my way. Again, I put just a little bit of air in that tube. It circulated right in. Now, what I'm doing here now is I'm trying to get this squeezed past. Oh, shucks, I don't like that. I had that eliminated. Yeah. After the debacle, the first one, I didn't want to tape this one, so I didn't. Let's hope that it doesn't come back to haunt me at a later date. Okay. Now then, can I get this past the brake? I think I did. Okay. So far so good. Now can I get the axle into the fork the way it's supposed to be? yes and no. Thinking that lock nut should be underneath the nut. Here we go. There we go. Slid right in for me. Finger tighten this. And what you gotta watch on a rear axle, well, on either end, what happens is it works on a jam nut principle. There's a nut that holds the bearing in, and that goes on the inside of the fork. However, that's all that's supposed to do, is just hold the bearing in. To tighten the wheel on, what you're doing is that nut then rides on the inside of the fork. The second nut rides on the outside of the fork. And getting these to tighten up without turning that bearing nut, because that bearing is supposed to have a preload on it too. I did not check the preload on either end. Pretty confident that I did not turn those, so I'm going to pretend like I know that those are probably at their factory setting. This reassembled really, really nicely, except for one thing. I'm not sure my chain's where it belongs. Let's see here. Let that chain make its own adjustment. I think, yeah, that's driving the bike. And you can still hear that chain clicking a little bit. But the neat part about it is, at this point now, I think I've got the tires to where that I should be able to trust them to ride the bike. Just get everything else similarly. Got it? The thing tracks pretty well, actually. I'm thinking that's tightened up. Okay, let's get some air in here. And where's my valve stem at? There it is. That's pretty rock hard. Let's see if we can trust any of these tire gauges. And it's showing me about 55. It's showing about 55 pounds. I think that's where I'm gonna run. They're pretty well balanced at that point. And away we go. And away we go. Wow. Congratulations, you made it all the way through. I got new tubes in the tires. And it sits here. Let's hope it doesn't leak out. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But yeah, away we go. Don't that sound like fun? Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me. Thanks for being patient. I sure do appreciate you. Bye-bye.